Hey guys, Godzilla A51 here, and we are with our final film of the Showa series. It is Mechagodzilla no Gyakushu. English translation, Mechagodzilla's Counterattack. US theatrical release is Terror of Godzilla. US video release, Terror of Mechagodzilla. Okay. First start off, let's talk about TNT Monster Vision. It was an awesome TV series in the 90s that would showcase different kaiju film and different other monster films, but for a Godzilla fan, it's the show to watch. They would show films like Godzilla versus Mothra versus Godzilla. They'd show Son of Godzilla. They'd show a whole bunch of films on TV, and it was a great place to go if you didn't have the VHSs. And a couple of them were hard to find, but, you know, it's a good place to start. Well, this is where I first saw the film when I was younger, and good stuff when I saw it, but let's just say I'm going to be reviewing the Japanese version this time, and it's very different. How different? Well, we'll get into that probably a little later, but our film begins with a nice little recap of Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, showing a nice little clip show, and ending with Mechagodzilla exploding and going out to sea. Cut to the beach where this young girl clad in green is sitting on a jetty waiting for something, when all of a sudden her eyes start to act a little funny and she can see very, very far distances. Out in the ocean, there is a research sub being sent down to look for something. What is that? Well, she's able to look underwater as well, somehow, and she can see the sub. Inside the sub, they actually have a rough draft blueprint of Mechagodzilla, and they're actually looking for the head of Mechagodzilla for some reason. Okay, but they can't find anything. Not a trace of space metal or titanium, whatever, is down at the bottom of the ocean. What's down there is something we can't really see at first. We see this massive fin in this whirlwind, underwater, maelstrom, whatever, kicks up, starts messing up the sub. It's able to rise to the surface, but then this thing rises to the surface. What is it? Titanosaurus, and proceeds to destroy the sub. We cut to back in Tokyo, where we go to Interpol, the same kind of police force that was in the first Godzilla vs. well, not first, but Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and we're introduced to our two main characters of the film. A marine biologist by the name of, and an Interpol agent by the name of, and they are listening to the black box, and they can hear the dinosaur in the background, or Titanosaurus in the background, and about how the thing is destroyed. They're trying to look more into this, and they see that this dinosaur has already been discovered, sort of. That there is this doctor, and he has discovered this dinosaur, but everyone at the institution that he worked at, or not institution, the Science Academy, whatever, said that he's insane, and they fired him for being insane. Okay. So they go to track down Dr. Mifune, and they go to his residence, but it pretty much looks like a haunted house. They knock on the door, they ring the doorbell, and no one comes at first. But then the young lady from earlier answers the door. She doesn't say her name at first, but her name is Katsura, and she is the daughter of Dr. Mifune. Unfortunately, she says that he's dead. Died from something, and she's being cold towards Ichinose and his partner. They go away, and we cut to underground, where Dr. Mifune and this guy are celebrating with a drink, talking about how Titanosaurus is perfect and how they did their little control box for him. And yeah, Katsura tells Dr. Mifune, hey, people from the science lab are looking for you. They want to talk about dinosaurs. He's laughing when the man is saluting him with the wine, says, this is cool, but I got something to show you. So they go to a mountain range and they go underground, and underground we see this. Yes, the silver-clad weird aliens from the first film, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, have returned under the command of this guy. Yeah, a little oopsie from my first video with Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. The commander in that was not named Moogle. Moogle is in this film, so a little mess up. And what are they doing? They rebuilt this guy. Yes, Mechagodzilla. And they want to team up Mechagodzilla with Titanosaurus to take revenge on humanity. Because the professor was insulted by the Science Academy that he wants revenge. So they start plotting when Katsura starts getting close to Ichinose for some reason. Well, I guess she's trying to learn about what they know about Titanosaurus, but then she starts to develop feelings. And she warns them not to go out and look for Titanosaurus. Well, this isn't good for the aliens. They actually have this knockout device, and come to reveal that Katsura isn't what she seems to be. That she is actually pretty much dead, and she's now a cyborg. Yeah, you heard me right. She was electrocuted and apparently died, and the space people or spacemen fixed her up as a cyborg. Okay, I'm down. So, we cut to underwater, and the sub is looking for Titanosaurus when Katsura is controlling Titanosaurus to attack Ichinose, the guy in the sub. When he increases the sonar, and there's like supersonic wave comes from the sub, and it messes up Titanosaurus. They're able to escape. Well, Dr. Mifune doesn't like this, and he sees it as an insult that Titanosaurus is perfect and that nothing can harm him. So he sets Titanosaurus out to attack a nearby city. The spacemen aren't happy, but they built a giant super Geiger counter. And what does the Geiger counter pick up? Radiation. And they say, look at the object, head towards the city where Titanosaurus is. Cut to back in the city. Titanosaurus is destroying stuff and breaking through military lines, their weapons having no effect. When in the city as well, they were building the supersonic gun to drive off Titanosaurus, but it was destroyed, sabotaged by someone. They say that Katsura did it because she was the only one in the area, and she's the only one that really knew about it. And she was in the area when Titanosaurus was attacking. The military chasing after her. Titanosaurus is continuing to destroy stuff, when off in the distance, a shadow rises. A ray of blue light comes forward and revealing... Godzilla. And he looks awesome in this film. I know it's the same suit from Mechagodzilla, but still, Godzilla just looks awesome in this one. Another one of the best Godzilla suits from the Showa series, and he begins battling with Titanosaurus, and he is pretty much too much for Titanosaurus. Meanwhile, Katsura is evading a capture from the military, and one of the military guys actually shoots her in the neck, and she falls to her death. Dr. Mifune is sending Titanosaurus to retrieve her. And cut back to the spacemen. They're actually building up they're rebuilding Katsura because she really got messed up from the fall. And earlier in the film, Dr. Mifune said that Titanosaurus is superior to Mechagodzilla because he has a working brain, and Mechagodzilla will never be able to have the same thoughts and intuitions as a living being. So they took that to heart, and they actually put the control mechanism for Mechagodzilla inside of Katsura. And since Godzilla has made his presence known, and things are seeing more and more, they say, we need to send out Titanosaurus and Mechagodzilla now. And they do. Leaving the base to explode, the partner from earlier saving all the prisoners that the spacemen had. Meanwhile, back in Tokyo, Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus are doing their thing. And Mechagodzilla has gotten some significant upgrades, actually reducing a huge block of the city to ashes in a matter of seconds. Yeah. And Titanosaurus, with his big fan on his tail, is able to blow out the fires as well, so, you know. When two kids are watching Titanosaurus and Mechagodzilla do this thing, Titanosaurus spots them and begins attacking them. But as they start yelling, they actually start yelling for Godzilla for help. Like, okay, well, they're in the middle of the city, it's going to take them a while, and BAM! Godzilla is there, and he tackles Titanosaurus. They begin battling. Titanosaurus actually playing some NFL, trying to keep Godzilla away from Mechagodzilla, which is okay. Huge battle ensues. Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus are just too much for Godzilla. He's doing his best, but they're kicking him around. Mechagodzilla keeps on blasting Godzilla with eye lasers. Titanosaurus using this bite attack and knocking Godzilla up in the air with this weird bite. He's really getting himself handed in this film. And they actually bury Godzilla alive. And Titanosaurus starts practicing his Irish river dancing. Yeah. Meanwhile, the humans are actually able to fix the supersonic gun. In the meantime, Ichinose is looking for Katsura. Even though she's dead, he wants to still, make peace with her. And he gets captured. And he has to watch all of this happen. And seeing as Katsura has now embraced the cybernetic side of her. The partner looking for Ichinose to save him, but, things are going a little awry. Titanosaurus continues to do his river dance, and the humans use the supersonic gun on Titanosaurus, causing him to get off of Godzilla's burial site. Mechagodzilla is about to destroy the helicopter when Godzilla intervenes. And we go full Michael Bay here. Mechagodzilla's firing all of his weapons, big explosions, fire everywhere. Godzilla actually catching on fire at this point. But he barrels through it and he begins punching, bare-fisted punching Mechagodzilla. And just, smacking him around. Ichinose actually able to get free from his bonds and choking out one of the spacemen. Thus leaving an opening for Godzilla to pretty much rip the head from Mechagodzilla once again. The partner shows up, a gunfight ensues, and Katsura is injured and Dr. Mifune is killed. Unfortunately, but, having to move on, Godzilla removes the head of Mechagodzilla, revealing this. Yes, they took it to heart and actually built a, brain-looking thing and secondary head inside of Mechagodzilla, just in case Godzilla did rip the head off. Godzilla, he just throws the spare head away and he goes to attack when Mechagodzilla fires this. Yeah, I call that the last resort ray, but it probably got another fancier name. Things seem to be going bad when Ichinose is able to hold Katsura close to him, and she says, "Kill me because the Mechagodzilla control thing is inside me, and as long as I live, Mechagodzilla lives." Ichinose won't do it, so she actually takes a gun and kills herself by shooting herself in the stomach. Yeah. Okay. Question, couldn't she just turn it off herself? But whatever. Mechagodzilla then turns off. Godzilla then destroys the rest of Mechagodzilla. Goes over to Titanosaurus as the supersonic gun is attacking Titanosaurus. Godzilla breathes some more fire. Titanosaurus falls into the ocean, seemingly dead, but we don't see a body, so, maybe he swam away. Godzilla roaring in victory, and as he's going out to sea, Ichinose is standing on a hill with Katsura's body. It's a very sad ending, but then we cut out to sea, everything goes all sepia tone, and Godzilla, goes off, ending the film. And that was Terror of Mechagodzilla. This film is awesome. The Japanese version of this film, which I highly recommend that you watch, is just awesome. The storytelling is awesome in this. The characters are awesome. Now, it does take a while to get going, though, for kaiju battles. For Godzilla to arrive, for first off, we see Titanosaurus at first, but then he spends most of the time in the water. It isn't until half of the movie when Godzilla finally arrives. It's only for a few moments, though. I made it sound like the fight was actually long, but no. The two of them grapple for a bit, but then Titanosaurus is called off. Godzilla's seemingly going off and doing something else. Where does he go? Maybe that's how he got back to the city so easily. I don't know. But anyway, this is a huge drama. If you don't like drama, then you might get upset with it, but I do. I like the human drama to this, and mixed with the Godzilla stuff, and the relook for Mechagodzilla, the introduction of Titanosaurus, which unfortunately this is the last time we will see Titanosaurus in any Godzilla film, just like Gorosaurus. But IDW Comics, they have been reintroducing Titanosaurus and Gorosaurus back into their projects, so they live again in comic form. But as far as films, sorry, they're done. Titanosaurus is awesome in this. Now, he doesn't have any range attacks, but his design is awesome. The coloring is awesome. The attacks he does do are awesome. Mechagodzilla is awesome, as always, and we always have the King of the Monsters Godzilla. Akira Ifukube has returned to do the music for this film, and it's beautiful. Overall, to end the Showa series, I'd have to give Terror of Mechagodzilla, or Mechagodzilla no Gyakushu, the Japanese version, an S. Unfortunately, that is the end of the Showa series for Godzilla. What comes next? Well, we'll get into that next time. Alright guys, this is Godzilla 851 saying goodnight. See y'all later.